One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Fighting Illini, Memorial Stadium in Champaign, Illinois. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Illinois Fighting Illini. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Kick it away to get things started. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. They got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. On the option. Breaks into the open. And some room to work. And he froze that defender. He thought he was going to pitch it, kept it himself, and turned it into a big play.
And that is what is so dangerous about this quarterback. Not only can he hurt you with his arm, but, man, he can hurt you with his legs. And he shows you the speed on that play. Wow.
They'll leave it with him. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Guys, let's chat about Michigan. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top 2 teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game we circled way back in the preseason, expecting these 2 teams to be as good as they are, and now we get to find out who's the best in conference. Both these teams relishing this opportunity to show not only their opponent, but the rest of the conference who the top dog is.
Here comes the field goal unit. Splits the uprights. Good. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
I know one thing this head coach does every week is he challenges his guys to start fast. And it's so important today, playing on the road in this kind of environment. You saw a nice drive. They didn't get the touchdown they would have loved, but still, kicking that field goal and taking this early lead, that's a statement for the visiting team.
Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. Receiver comes in motion. Looking downfield, it's Hart. Throws to the wideout. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the Dean.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Fighting Illini facing a 3rd and long to keep this drive alive. Motion from the back. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He's missed 3 in a row now with that last incompletion.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. So here comes the Michigan offense. So they've put up some early points and now to build on this 3-0 lead. Motion from the wide receiver. From the gun, running back on the move. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. They'll snap it from the 34 on 1st and 10. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. From the gun, running back gets to give. Big time play by the defense, he'll lose 4.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
And the Wolverines with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Gets the back moving. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. We talk a lot about Michigan building its offense around the running game, but they've always had an effective quarterback who can make plays down the field.
And I think some people hear effective, Reese, and take that as an insult, right? Like, I don't want to hear about my quarterback being effective. I want him to be explosive. I want him to be dynamic. But Michigan doesn't really have those guys most of the time at that quarterback spot. But when they find those good ones, they have great seasons.
They go to the ground. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
You just need more from your offensive line. 2nd and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up 3rd down, and this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here.
Shotgun snap on 3rd down. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. And they'll send out the field goal unit. The holder will put it down on the right hash, a 33-yard try. Nestled just inside that right upright. That'll give them an early 6-0 lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, that pivotal top 15 battle is in the books. Here's how things went down. Ohio State went on the road and just dominated. And that's one way to grab attention on a national level. Make a statement in someone else's building and prove you're legit. And did the Buckeyes ever do that? No cupcakes this week, fellas. This top 15 battle was much anticipated, and at least one side can say it's a game they'll savor for some time.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Man, this defense is setting the tone early. 3 and out on the first drive, and on the first play, the second drive, they get a TFL. They are sending a very clear and distinct message to this offense. They are going to set the tone of this game.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Going the other way, and he's got room. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. He's running free down the middle. At the 20. Touchdown, fighting Illini. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
Love the play call offensively. They knew the defense were crowding a lot of bodies close to the line of scrimmage, and once they were able to get into the second level, all they had to do was make one guy miss and get one good angle. And with the speed that ball carrier has, man, that thing was a sure shot touchdown.
Setting up for the extra point that will put them on top. And they move on top with the extra point, 7-6. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Back to throw. It's Underwood. Dumps it to the back. Makes the catch. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. Perfect play call for that big gain to open the drive. Now here they come on 1st and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. They make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. Going to swing it on 2nd down. The sweet feet buy a little time. He's going to run it. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. That's the end of the period. It's Illinois with the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. Just going to keep it after the snap. Inside the 35. Inside the 20-yard line. Pushed out at the 18, and they're in business.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball, because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They'll send the back in motion. When they've got him looking run, now to pass. The throw to the outside is complete. Touchdown, Wolverines! A great catch and run for 6. These two guys, they just shared a glance, and they knew exactly what to do, David.
And how many times do we hear that? The quarterback talk about it after the game and go, hey, I just looked at him. He knew what I saw. I knew what he saw. We're on the same page. We've done this before. That chemistry equals big plays.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Powers through the defender. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
How about the play by the speed back? You think about speed, you think about breaking ankles. He broke the tackle because he's so fast, moving so fast, hard to get the guy on the ground.
Scanning the field, it's Newton. Steps away to find some room. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33.
It's really hard when that quarterback gets outside the pocket because it cuts off half of the field. Once he starts to roll out, everybody starts to sprint to the other side of the field. You know you're not going to throw it across your body going to the right. Great job by the defense closing it off and making the interception.
And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Michigan.
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
And with the extra point, they stretch the lead to 13. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. The Illinois offense returns to the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Homer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Give to the back. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
Yeah, I think the running back kind of went rogue on that last running play. I'm not sure it was designed to go that direction. He tried to make it happen on his own, and unfortunately ended up losing yards.
Got it in the middle. It's Branch. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field. So the big gain, all for naught, brought back due to the laundry on the field, and they'll try it again. The Illini just added to its workload after that last play. It's 2nd and long. Back to throw, it's Hart. He's got his man across the middle. Good, solid tackle.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
Got his man downfield. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one.
And when you get zone coverage and you're running curls and the wide receiver sprints off the ball, you know what happens? That DB starts to bail, and that wide receiver comes back, and it's easy pitch and catch for the offense.
Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Gives it on the option. Oh, it's a fumble. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
And they'll take over 1st and 10.
To the air on 1st down. Sends it downfield. A big-time catch along the sidelines. Got the foot down and an excellent throw, too. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Just outside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 21. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And there was no space, nowhere to go. That play went absolutely nowhere.
Sometimes you just need a dude to show up and make a play, and he did.
Sometimes you just need to block that dude, and they didn't.
Defense in press coverage. Back to pass, it's Underwood. Looking for the end zone. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. They'll run him out of bounds, but look what's on the ground. Penalty marker. After that penalty, now they're set up inside the red zone on 1st and 10. They'll send the tight end in motion. Now on the move. Oh, he's got some space. Maybe a touchdown-saving stop gets him out of bounds at the 5. 1st and goal coming up. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Touchdown, Wolverines! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6. The kick is up and good and put 1 more on the lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
No love lost between teams anytime they square off inside the Big Ten. Here's one that's just gone final. Tennessee opened up a can, and how many times can you say you went into someone else's building and beat them by double digits? It's what happened today, and the rest of college football should take notice. No cupcakes this week, fellas. This Big Ten battle was much anticipated, and at least one side can say it's a game they'll savor for some time.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. They're ripping off chunks of yards to get it to the 33.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to throw. It's Hart. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down. Now the play fake. He'll take a deep shot here. Touchdown to Illini! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone.
And that touchdown is so big for this offense, right? Because here at the end of the half, you're just trying to find positives you can build upon in the second half. And right when it was looking like this game was starting to get away from them, they're able to execute, score, and that's going to help their confidence.
He'll bring it out. It's Marsh. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Using his legs, it's Whitaker. Got the 1st down and more. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Sends it back in motion. Direct snap. It's Porter. It'll fall incomplete. A little creativity on 1st down, but it doesn't work. It'll be 2nd down. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Back to throw, it's Underwood. He uncorks one deep. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. Nice return there, and he'll be dragged down at the 34. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. A big reason they find themselves trailing to start the second half, those 2 turnovers in the first.
Yeah, and I think coaches will tell you the #1 thing that you got to make sure you do is take care of the football. You want to create explosives, you want to put up a bunch of yards, but step 1, Jesse, taking care of the football.
It just goes to show you how critical those mistakes are. Only 2 plays. That's really what separates this team from potentially having the lead. If they clean up the errors, they've got a chance to win this game.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's Dixon. Good pick up there as he gets the first down. They'll mark him at the 48. Illinois right back to the line.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Man, this defense has their hands full today because not only do they have to worry about the running backs and not only do they have to worry about the passing game, they've got to worry about this quarterback running the football because of plays like that. Not a huge explosive play, but he showed you the athleticism, and he showed you he has the ability to hurt you with his legs.
And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And that's exactly what the defense wants you to do. Go east-west, and the quarterback gets strung out, doesn't pull the trigger and really make a decision. You'd like to see him stick his foot in the ground, get north-south, get more of a plus yardage on this play. Nice job by the defense.
Back to pass, it's Hart. Grabbed over the middle, it's Dixon. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Illinois!
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open, and he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field?
21.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Marsh. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. Starts a drive trying to go up top. The sure hands, it's Collier. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. All the way out to the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 15. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, 3rd quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
To the air, it's Underwood. Complete to the right. A big play, gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44.
Well, that's a really nice job surveying the field and delivering an accurate throw. You know, when I think back to Michigan quarterbacks, I think of guys like Elvis Gerbach or Tom Brady, Jim Harbaugh, Brian Griese, guys that could hurt you throwing the ball from the pocket, surveying the field, reading defenses, and making quick decisions. This guy has the ability to do all of those things.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. So now it's 2nd and long. He leaves it with his back. They ripped off 7 on that one. Now a 3rd down and 3.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
They'll try to run for it. Finds a little space. Turning it on! And how much running room have they been able to find on the ground? Man, are they piling up some gaudy rushing stats.
And that's a nice 3rd down conversion for this offense. And I'll tell you what, the struggle for this offense has been stringing those first downs together. They're not in the top 50 in college football in first downs. They'll get one and then they kind of stall. Let's see if they can put multiple first downs together. Get one of those long drives going.
Got enough space, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Michigan!
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
And the extra point is good. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. To the air, it's Hart. Snagged in the middle, it's Dixon.
You run the slant route day one, and this is something that the quarterback and the wide receiver has done 100 million times out there on the field in the offseason. I see man-to-man coverage. I know I can run the slant. Boom, stick my foot in the ground, throw it, completion to my wide receiver.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football, and you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. Uncorks it. It's caught. Ridden out of bounds at the 45. A big play for this offense.
Man, what a big catch on 3rd down. Going up, catching the football, understanding where you're at, now getting a fresh set of downs. Nice play by the receiver.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. A shot toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
They'll move the wide receiver. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Finds his man. It's Dixon. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter.
Yeah, when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receivers got to understand.
Throw toward the end zone. Picked off right at the goal line. Taking it the other way. And he's brought down, but this interception, a huge play to end this quarter. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. So first down will open up the final period. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Got his man on the right. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
It's important in this game this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. Picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Buying some time as he moves left. This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed. They get him on the ground after the turnover, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense. Dropping back, it's Hart. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you can see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. Illinois lining up quickly.
And even though they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, they've got a quarterback that can bring them back, but they need him now to play his A-plus level of football. We saw a nice completion on that last.
There he goes, headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Illini. And they take it in for 6 more points.
How about that? His 2nd receiving touchdown of the ball game. Find ways to get your athletes the ball. They'll do the rest. That's number 2. They better start playing some better defense, and number 3 is coming soon.
And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. With the catch, it's Hoffman. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Quarterback in trouble, just dump it right in the gut. Don't make him reach for it. Just put it right on the body of the fullback.
Yeah, Reese, you got to be real accurate when you throw to these guys. Not the biggest catch radius, let's just say. Moving forward, though, I think we're going to see this fullback play a big role in this offense.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays. And if you can just give him a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done there.
A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
Calls his own number. He gets it out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46.
In situations like this, offensively, when you've got the lead in the 4th quarter, when you got to run the ball, you go back to the runs that you have the most confidence in, that you can execute in your sleep, and they do it right there, ripping off 7 yards.
A designed run for the quarterback. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
Good enough for a first down.
The Wolverines are marching down the field. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Quarterback keeper. Got room to work. Got the first down and more. He's loose on the left. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. And this offense not only has a chance to extend the lead on first and goal, but they can also drain the clock. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Wolverines. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
And that was not what they had in mind as the kickoff sails out of bounds. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Looking to throw, it's Newton. Pocket breaking down. On target over the middle. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking to throw on first down. Under fire. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
Well, this situation in the game, trailing with not a lot of time left, I understand going to the sideline to try and save clock, but you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. Don't be afraid to use those. You can attack the middle of the field, use the timeouts to save the clock that way.
Slings it downfield. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
It's been tough for this QB in this one. Very small windows to throw into, and he's been under some duress as well. It's hard to find a rhythm as a QB in those types of situations, and that's why it appears as though his team's going to be leaving here with an L.
Motion from the wideout. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. They get to him as he throws. Complete downfield. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, first and goal.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you work in the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
It's first and goal as Illinois comes to the line. Motion from the back. From the gun. Buys a little time with his feet. He just wisely got rid of that one. The worst thing that can happen to you is to turn it over on first down in the red zone.
I like the decision by the quarterback there. It's only first down. It's not there. Throw it away. Live to play another day.
Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Wants to throw again. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
And you just got to know the situation of the game, obviously. After that incompletion, now setting up third down, you still got timeouts. You can attack the middle of the field. It's all out there for you. There's no need to panic. Because of those timeouts, you still have an eternity to get back in this game.
A touchdown here on third and goal really ratchets up the game pressure. can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
A fourth quarter field goal down by this much, that's a lot like putting a lipstick on the proverbial pig. Doesn't do much to change the looks. Got to score the touchdown on 4th and goal. Making side adjustments here. A run for the quarterback. Touchdown Illini! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Well, the good news is you scored a touchdown. You've made this a one-possession game. The bad news is you got to get the ball back. So if you're the head coach, you got to start thinking, how are we going to do that? Are we going onside kick, or do we trust our defense to give it back to the O?
Looking to throw, it's Newton. He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they trim more off of that lead. So that's a 60-yard touchdown drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll bring it out. It's Marsh. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Gets the back moving. He'll take it himself. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They're in control of the clock as their friend. You'd have to expect another run here on 2nd and 6. Quickly out to the tight end. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. If they can move that thing 1 yard here, that'll probably wrap this baby up. Trying to beat him to the corner on the right. They keep feeding him in this running game, and the defense is having none of it. It's been that way all day. And the Wolverines come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down.
Well, you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. That time, the defense called it at the perfect time. The linebacker able to make the stop on a short game.
And from the offense's perspective, that's probably making a little something out of nothing. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down.